$65 billion, vanished. The largest Ponzi scheme in history was run by the former chairman of NASDAQ, from the 17th floor of a midtown Manhattan tower where no trades ever happened. 4,800 accounts. 50 years of fabricated returns. The Securities and Exchange Commission was warned 5 separate times across 8 years. Every tip filed and forgotten. This is how it lasted that long. Bernie Madoff, born 1938, Queens. In 1960, age 22, he founds Bernie L. Madoff Investment Securities with $500. Money saved lifeguarding Rockaway Beach and installing lawn sprinklers. The firm is real. It pioneers payment for order flow and electronic market making in over-the-counter stocks. It moves into the Lipstick Building at 885 3rd Avenue. Then comes the credential that armors the rest of the story. In 1990, 91, and 93, Madoff serves as non-executive chairman of NASDAQ. He sits on SEC advisory committees. He shapes the rules of the market he is, on a separate floor, defrauding. The market-making operation runs upstairs. The investment advisory business, the Ponzi, runs on the 17th floor. 2 businesses, 1 building, 1 name, and 1 regulator who keeps not looking. The 17th floor was the magic trick. While the upstairs market-making desk processed real trades through real exchanges, the 17th floor ran the Ponzi on an IBM AS400, a mini-computer disconnected from every exchange on Earth. No live ticker feeds, no clearing connections, no depository trust account that matched the statements going out the door. Frank DiPascali, BLMIS Director of Options Trading, and Annette Bongiorno, Madoff's longtime assistant, fabricated trade tickets by hand. Often backdated, the strategy on paper was a split-strike conversion: buy a basket of S&P 100 stocks, sell calls, buy puts. Steady, boring, plausible. The reported returns were 10 to 12% a year. 65 months of positive returns out of 67. No down years through 1987. No down years through the dot-com crash. No down years through the financial crisis until the day before he was arrested. Mathematically, at his scale, impossible. Trustee Irving Picard later traced fabricated tickets back to at least 1972, 36 years before the FBI knocked. 4,800 accounts, 0 real trades. Harry Markopoulos, quantitative analyst. Rampart Investment Management. Boston, 1999. His boss asks him to replicate Madoff's strategy and sell it to Rampart's clients. Markopoulos opens the spreadsheet. 4 hours later, he closes it. The returns Madoff claims cannot be produced by the strategy Madoff describes. Not at his stated assets, not in any market. It is impossible. So Markopoulos writes to the SEC, May 2000. Nothing. March 2001. Nothing. November 2005. A 21-page memo titled, "The World's Largest Hedge Fund is a Fraud." SEC examiners read it, filed it. June 2007. Nothing. April 2008. Nothing. 5 tips, 8 years. Everyone ignored. The SEC's New York office had already opened and closed a Madoff inquiry in 1992. They reopened in 2005. Madoff lied during the examination, claimed his trades cleared through a counterparty examiners never called to verify. 1 phone call to the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation would have ended it that afternoon. They never made it. The Inspector General's post-mortem, Report 545, documents the failure in detail. By 2008, the victim list reads like a celebrity index. Steven Spielberg's Wunderkinder Foundation, roughly 8 million. The Elie Wiesel Foundation for Humanity, 15 million, plus the Wiesel's personal savings. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, most of their net worth. Larry King, Sandy Koufax. The institutions were larger. HSBC, 1 billion in exposure. Banco Santander, 3.1 billion. BNP Paribas. Tremont Capital, a mass mutual subsidiary, 3.3 billion. Fairfield Greenwich Group, 7.5 billion routed in through feeder funds. Most of those feeder fund investors never knew their money was with Madoff. They thought they were buying a Fairfield product or a Tremont fund. Madoff was the engine. The feeders were the marketing department. By the November 2008 statement, 4,800 accounts showed $64.8 billion in assets. None of it existed. December 10, 2008. Madoff confesses to his sons Mark and Andrew. The investment advisory business, quote, one big lie. Paper losses, $50 billion at that moment. The sons walk out, call their attorney, and turn their father in to the FBI that night. 7:30 a.m. the next morning, December 11th, Agent Ted Cacioppi arrests Madoff in his Manhattan penthouse, 2 years later to the day. December 11th, 2010, Mark Madoff hangs himself with a black dog leash in his Soho apartment. His 2-year-old son asleep in the next room. He had not spoken to his father since the arrest. Andrew dies of mantle cell lymphoma in 2014. He blamed the cancer on the stress. March 12, 2009, Madoff pleads guilty to 11 felony counts. June 29, 150 years. Restitution, $170 billion. Symbolic, he had nothing left. He reports to FCI Butner, North Carolina in July. He dies there April 14, 2021, 82. Kidney disease. The recovery outlived him. Trustee Irving Picard has clawed back roughly $14.7 billion of the $19 billion in net cash losses. 77 cents on the dollar. One of the highest recovery rates in fraud history. The Picower estate alone, $7.2 billion. JP Morgan Chase, $2.6 billion, for failing to report what its own bankers had documented. Next on Forensic Files and Fortunes, WeWork, $47 billion to zero in 6 weeks.